What have you heard about Bella Hadid? That she's a supermodel with some bad temper and a bitch face? Or that she's a victim of her own mom's abuse from an early age? Or that she has worked her ass off all her life just to compete with her sister Gigi? Whatever article or video you find about her, it's all the same story. The Sad Life of Bella Hadid, or The Tragic Life Story of Bella Hadid. All these titles feature the quotes from her interviews that are usually taken out of context, so they gain a completely different meaning in the end. Have you ever tried to peek behind the scenes of this drama theater? Have you ever tried to find out what comes next after that one sentence was cut off in the middle? Only for you, in this video we looked inside Bella's naked soul and can responsibly claim Bella's bitch face is not as scary as they paint it. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and let's go figure it out together. Who is Bella Hadid in fact, and how does she want the world to remember her?
This is Bella Hadid, and I'm going to take you through my life in looks so far.
What are you often told when people work with you?
I get told that people don't think I'm as nice as I am, and I guess the resting bitch face kind of throws them off.
It seems such self-irony has become an integral part of this beauty's character. After all, the image that the media has sculpted for her is balancing somewhere on the edge between the great unfortunate martyr who was abused by her own mother and the Snow Queen who is forever competing with her sister. Even Bella herself sometimes wonders how she managed to climb to the top of the fashion model business Olympus. During her model career, Bella appeared on the international cover of Vogue magazine 29 times. Don't forget that she is just 27 years old. She modeled for hundreds of world-famous brands' fashion shows and collaborated with brands as their ambassador. 5 times she was pronounced to be the model of the year. In 2023, Time magazine included her in the annual list of the 100 most influential people in the world. Being one of the most successful and highly paid models in the world, Hadid has even developed a cult following of fans. When the Lord distributed beauty and intelligence, this girl managed to grab them both. Since 2021, she and Jen Batchelor have been co-founders and business partners of Kin Euphorics, a non-alcoholic adaptogenic beverage brand. However, as they say, it's the person's fame that enters the room first, and only then the person themselves.
Who Bella Hadid was in my mind before we got to meet him, like, she's no incentive to be humble. She has no incentive to be open and caring and give a shit what I need as a business, right?
But who are all these people who say they love working with Bella? Are they for real, or is someone holding their beloved Snowball Kitty hostage?
I think over 5 years now I've been working with Bella. We used to do all fashion shows together, fashion shoots together, and she's one of my favorite people to work with. She's funny, she's smart, she also is very intuitive and spiritual like myself.
So what is Bella Hadid really like? If she's evil with a bitch face, then why do people love working with her? If she's in fact that good, then why is she being made into such a vixen in the public eye?
I want them to see me, I guess, for me and not the version of me that they expect to see or that they've made up in their head.
We suspected this story has its roots set deep in Bella's childhood. It's no secret that she, along with her older sister Gigi and younger brother, grew up on a farm in Santa Barbara, among beautiful horses and green fields in a rich bohemian family. You will not see an age-old story of she came from nowhere, achieved everything on her own, and became a diva here. However, if you think that the next moment we will start talking about how her parents bought everything for her, then you're also very mistaken.
I have raised all my kids in a very realistic way, even though they live a very privileged life.
Yolanda Hadid taught her daughters to work very hard since their childhood. Taking care of the lavender in the garden and working in a cafe was the usual norm for them. Building a career and becoming financially independent was simply a must-do out of question for the daughters.
I never, growing up, had anything designer. You know, my mom wouldn't let me. I think I got my first pair of Louboutins when I graduated high school.
The topic of the Hadid sisters' relationship with her mother has generally become favorite food for speculation for all and sundry who ever wrote anything about them. Allegations of domestic abuse, debates over whether Yolanda favored Gigi over Bella, and a grand hysteria around Bella's nose job, which the mother either allowed or forced the girl to have at the age of 14. Our favorite well-worn quote is when Yolanda compared her daughters to the two swans.
They're the black swan and the white swan. And obviously, as sisters that close in age, there's always going to be competition. But Bella's going to do it her way.
The conclusions were drawn immediately. Gigi is a favorite and Bella is the black sheep of the herd. Let's add the well-known quote about Bella being the uglier sister, having rebellious character in adolescence, having poor grades at school, driving drunk once, and dyeing her hair black.
And I wanted to be the opposite of everyone else in my family, and it was like my brother and my sister buddying up, and I just felt like the ostracized one, but it's okay, I know they love me.
There also goes the mentioning of the quarantine period with her family, when Bella again felt like she was 16 and the middle child in the family.
Any middle children know how it feels to be a middle child. Everybody hates me, no one likes me, I'm the black sheep.
Voila! The image of a bruised martyr who has no choice but to get right to success in order to prove everything to everyone is right here. Come on, most American teenagers have driven drunk at least once in their life. Most teenagers in the world are insecure about their looks. And everyone hated everyone during the pandemic quarantine times. Being the middle child in a family is never an easy task in general, but to some extent, isn't the process of growing up precisely about overcoming your childhood traumas step by step?
I think I've grown and more confident in myself. I think that's what's changed. And I guess for me, I just want my standards of me to be my own standards and to stop feeling like I have to live up to other people's expectations.
Bella can't imagine her life without art. If she hadn't landed a modeling career, she would most definitely have become a photographer and quite possibly had the opportunity to work with her idol, Annie Leibovitz. According to Bella's own philosophy though, each and every person can have several callings in their life. Whatever you are doing, you have to do it with passion.
But for me, I think my calling has formed into healing others and making opportunities for people. But I think just being of service is my calling to in any place.
She certainly doesn't speak from the perspective of a victim. Whatever it is she talks about, it comes from a place full of gratitude and love, especially to her own mom, who is being demonized in all the media constantly.
My mom is my mentor.
What qualities of hers do you most admire?
Her work ethic and how strong she is. My mom. She makes me keep going in the best way possible. My phone wallpaper is my mom and our little pony Muku. And then my other background is my little brother. I always like to keep my family very close to me at all times.
Strict and stern-looking Bella Hadid actually turns out to be a sweet and quite a funny person with all her little quirks, which, in our opinion, only makes her even more charming. For example, she has an alter ego named Belinda, who appears the minute the supermodel is ready to go out in public. When she returns home, takes a shower and gets ready for bed, Bella gets back. This alter ego appeared at a time when Bella hated herself and wanted to be someone else. After Bella fully accepted herself, Belinda has become a creative manifestation of Bella's artistic soul.
The reason I love art in general and I love film and photography is because I love to see people be able to change characters, like be something they're not or be something they dreamed or wished to be.
But what about other people's power banks? Who constantly steals them? Is it Belinda or Bella herself?
I never actually am the one that's responsible for it. And my amazing security Ted, I think this one's his.
What about the shoes from Grace Coddington?
I don't know if she necessarily gave them to me, she let me wear them home, but to me that means that she gave them to me.
Or the highlighter palette from Dior? Well, being a Dior ambassador?
This highlighter palette, I've been trying to steal this from Peter Phillips for about 1.5 years. Right when you guys get it, I get it too. Glows of your life.
By the way, this girl used to steal makeup products from her mom when she was just a child, but since she grew up on a farm, she really had nowhere to go with makeup on. We suspect that someone might watch our video and do the new investigation about Bella, the kleptomaniac. That is, of course, a joke, but we wouldn't be surprised if they do. After Bella publicly supported Palestine, Dior broke the contract with her after 7 long years of collaborating together. The supermodel has always been known for her active support of Palestine and criticism of Israeli politics, as she herself has some Palestinian roots on her father's side. She openly admires her ethnic background and her parents, repeatedly stating how important the cultural heritage and her family values are to her. So all the hoaxes about how she, at all costs, wants to surpass her sister in the modeling career simply seems ridiculous.
She's my comfort blanket, so whenever I feel nervous, I can just go over and talk to her, and she, I know she'll give me an honest opinion always, so she is the best, and I'm so happy to be here.
Together they open fashion shows, then close them together also. And sometimes they don't even know they are both participating in the same show. They can talk to each other for hours about anything but Fashion Week, and it makes them greatly amused when they suddenly see each other at work.
I know my schedule, and she knows her schedule, and then usually we end up seeing each other at shows, and it's perfect.
Fashion industry is probably one of the most cruel industries existing today. The price of succeeding is incredibly high. It's all about exhausting diets and workouts in order to always be in shape. Very busy work schedules, fellow models' envy, haters online, the publicity of every aspect of life. And always there will be someone younger, more beautiful, or more loved by the media in the same room with you. However, Bella has found her own recipe on how to thrive in this environment.
In this business, if you don't have kindness, respect, integrity for yourself and the people around you, there's no way to succeed.
The high level of work ethic is something that Bella's mother, Yolanda, also a former supermodel, has certainly taught her. She knew what she was talking about. During her career, Bella has never been late for a shoot or a fashion show. She clearly realizes that she is not the only one working on the show, but there's always hundreds of other people who deserve the same level of appreciation. In her opinion, if you do not have all these qualities, then it will be very difficult to earn respect in the industry.
You can go into set one time and you can, be a diva, and I promise you they will not have you back. So kindness is the only way that I think any of us are going to survive.
If the key to a successful career is kindness and work ethic, then the key to being happy and kind to yourself, according to Bella, is gratitude. We can't change what's going on in our heads, but we can change the perspective of how we look at things. Of course, saying is easier than doing, but Bella does it, so I guess we all can learn to do it too.
There's something so deeply prominent and profound about gratitude. And you really understand that when you're in those darkest parts of your life, you forget to have gratitude, when gratitude is the only thing that can pick you up from any of those places.
Bella Hadid earnestly wishes for the world to recognize her authentic self, beyond the distortions of media narratives and societal expectations. To be honest, we're truly inspired by her approach to life and her quest for genuine self-expression. How about you?
If I go when I go. I guess I would want people to remember me as a supporter of truth and of light, and compassionate and passionate, and I guess just I hope that people know that they were loved by me, and I hope that they remember the love that I give, I guess.